All right. I'm going to try and keep this as short as possible. So whoever didn't see my testimony on the band, just in the last year, maybe 6 months or so, God's actually had me take a lot of big steps and big leaps into transitioning from being, still in that teenage mindset and becoming an adult. I'm 21 now. I've been here since I was like 14, 15, and I wasn't really on board till I was like 17. And especially in the last year, God had me move out. He had me let go of certain people, let go of certain desires. And it's something I've been struggling with since I came to the church, honestly. And I think, especially this year, my brother, Pastor Christian, was recently raised up. And, there's always been some problems with me accepting his authority fully. One, because he's my brother, and two, is because we don't always see eye to eye on certain things. And recently, me and him used to always fight it out about it, but he became the mature one and stopped doing that, stopped entertaining when I was rebelling against his authority. And me, I thought, oh, okay, so I'm winning now. Like, I'm in the right because he's not fighting me on it anymore. But what he was really doing is he was giving me up to God. And so this year, particularly, I started rebelling against certain instructions he was giving me and the certain instructions the pastors were giving me. And it kind of threw me back into isolation. And for me, being isolated is worse than being ridiculed like face to face. I feel like if people ridicule me face to face, I can handle it. But if I feel like I'm isolated from everybody else, then that's like the worst feeling in the world to me. I'd rather be around a bunch of people who hated me than be by myself. And so that was something God put me in to really teach me, where it is that you're going to go if you're not under God's umbrella. Like Pastor Steve was preaching about how God told Moses that you could get everything you want, you could be successful, but I'm not going to go with you. And Moses was like, no. And that really resonated with me because, I have I've always had dreams of being, a big rapper and whatever, right? And I was thinking, even if I got to be like the most respected, dopest lyricist like to ever pick up a mic, but I didn't have God, I can only imagine how unfulfilling that would be, because every time that I felt like I didn't have God with me, I could do anything that like I felt like was fun, but no matter how much I did it, I always felt like I wasn't fulfilled. It was just empty. So I made this song called Leap of Faith because it reminded me of the story in the Bible where Jesus came to the disciples on the boat, and he was walking on the water, and he said to jump in, and they hesitated, and they couldn't walk on the water with him because they couldn't have that faith. So today's we're gonna take that leap. So amen. Yeah. Look. Yeah. Look. So I move closer and closer till I'm to the edge, I move closer and closer. And if I jump in, it's sink or swim. He says, son, come swim with me. Yeah. Come jump in the deep. Let's go. Back, man. Come on. Yeah. I'm on the line between late believer and true to vote. Lord knows I take mistakes, only few would know. I gotta take a leap of faith before I miss the boat. I only got 3 strikes before the rooster crows. So will I deny Christ when the time's right and rule my shot of living in the limelight? I might. I feel like I'm not believing at all. Am I Peter or Paul? Am I David or Saul? Yo, nothing's for certain, no guaranteed. I can barely sleep. I'm under pressure like George Floyd, I can barely breathe. Or maybe I'm just a crooked cop, I'm bending knee, putting the weight of my problems on all of those in need. I'm near the deep, I gotta jump, but I'm scared to leap. I always turn a blind eye to what I'm scared to see. Of other things I ain't afraid, but I'm scared of me. And everything that he asks of me, I'm scared to be. Sometimes I feel like my ambitions are make-believe. I chase a dream, my nightmares always there to speak. Sometimes I ask the Lord if he's there for me. It's hard to tell the truth about these things, it's embarrassing. Peace of mind, it isn't easy to find. Need to go where he lead me so he don't leave me behind. Looking deep inside, he know my secrets, no need to hide. Always wear my pride, never go to church in disguise. Closer and closer, till I'm to the edge. Till I'm to the edge, I move closer and closer. And if I jump in, it's sink or swim. He says, son, come swim with me. Yeah, yeah. Come jump in the deep. Hey. Sometimes I feel like I ain't fitting the mold. I'm missing the codes. Maybe I'm just getting too old. I'm seeing new faces when I've been praying for ages. Maybe they're my replacement. Maybe I'm too complacent. It makes sense. I've been reaching for them with chain wrists. I should have jumped, but I've been stuck on a slave ship. I guess it takes time when you're afraid to take risks. Why not toss everything that I came with? There's protesters, they outside till the violence stops. Cops, they gon' be outside till the riot stop. The world's up in an outcry and they cry a lot. And I know that it's because of God that I am not. But last night I was woken up with a violent shot. Mightn't stop, I breathe deep. Is it my time or not? That's what happens when you act like you know something. Dive into the water, here goes nothing. So I move closer and closer till I'm to the edge. Till I'm to the edge, I move closer and closer. And if I jump in, it's sink or swim. He says, son, come swim with me. Hey, come jump in the deep. So I move closer and closer till I'm to the edge. Till I'm to the edge, I move closer and closer. And if I jump in, it's sink or swim. He says, son, come swim with me. Hey, come jump in the deep. Look. I've been left behind, swept aside, told to step aside. Reputation as a problem child, but I reject the lie. Remember I was next in line, begging God for extra time. It don't make no sense to face neglect, cause I got depth in mind. I never lie, hand on the Bible, let me testify. Tested time and time again with someone you expect to die. Was in the darkness cause there wasn't nowhere left to hide. I've been through hell and back, went through places you can never find. Woo! That's why I walked away several times, dead inside, trying to sabotage. Those were desperate times. Desperate times call for desperate measures, and nothing lasts forever. What's a leap of faith if we don't step together? Sometimes I lose sight of who I'm rapping to, and straight away, I don't even notice that I happen to. So if it's cause of rapping, y'all can have the booth. Live a whole life, spit a half the truth. Welcome to the deep end.